So we finished Little Nightmares last week during the Halloween stream. I have finally shed my beard. I am young again, right? I have found the potion of immortality of youth, and I am young and beautiful once again. And now we're ready to talk about Little Nightmares. I have our PowerPoint presentation ready. I did look at a guide one, so I do have to do a punishment at the end as well. And we'll be wrapping up the lore board. Super fun, super exciting. Little Nightmares. Here's the base game review. This is minus no DLCs yet. We have not touched the DLCs yet, just to keep us pure and virginal for this review. So we started this on October 31st and we finished it October 31st. It took us one stream to do. It's not a very long game. And that stream took us 3 hours, 58 minutes, and 1 second. So it's about 4 hours, right? The website said it was a 3-hour game, and I agree with that. It does take me a little bit longer because I do add commentary and such. Took me 1 page of notes, but barely 1 page. As in, like, there's literally, on the Little Nightmares page that accidentally ripped out of my notebook, one thing here, and it's not even about the game. It is a song recommendation somebody gave me during our playthrough. Best parts of it, I think that there's a lot of really cool character designs. I'm really impressed by the character designs of this game, right? This collector with super long arms, the sea of like grotesquely fat people, you know what I mean? Just really, really cool. I loved looking at them. I couldn't tear my eyes away. I think that the concept and the themes of it are really great, right? The original name of this game is called Hunger, right? And throughout the game, you see like different versions of hunger, of this like rapacious need to just fill your gut, right? And it's not just in those like in that scene where all of the guests are like stuffing their gobs with like meat and cheese. No, like the collector is hungry for like for hoarding, right? Which is a form of hunger in of itself, which is really cool. We see our character like starving and suddenly turn cannibalistic because she's so desperate for food in her belly. And you see both the chefs and the lady perpetuating the cycle of hunger in these people. Like really just a fantastic like art piece, right? This is almost a painting that I just want to sit down and I just want to like absorb and just watch and just take in. It's really, really stunning work. I think some of the puzzle planning is really, really cool, right? I think sometimes they offered really nice visual moments. Like there's one where you had to like slide down by holding onto a noose. That was really cool. Climbing up plates and like hanging off of meat hooks. Such a really cool design here. Fantastic. And you know what? Y'all know that I love me a good story. I do. I love me a good story in a game. But there's something really nice about a story that is just simple, that is just concise, that doesn't even take dialogue. It's literally just through actions you can sense what's happening. It felt like watching like a shadow theater, you know what I mean? Like shadow puppet theater. It's really nice, very, very nice. So I enjoyed it immensely. So those are the best parts of it. The not so best parts of it, I think that this is a little too thin for $20. If I'm being so honest, I think that this entire thing cost, like base game costing $20, it's a little ambitious. It's quite the ambitious price for a game that's 4 hours long. You know what I mean? I would have priced this at like 15 max, $10. You know what I mean? But okay, you know, okay. I think that's where I am right now. It's a little too thin for that price point. First level, I think, is also a little bit of a slog. I would have liked there to be some of the rooms just took too long to get through in the prison, so I would have liked a little bit more, not symmetry, but I would have liked it proportioned just a little bit better with the kitchens and the guest area and the ladies' quarters. I would have honestly loved to see more of the ladies' quarters too. And then the third and last point is, you'll never hear me say this again, chat. You'll never hear me say this again. I wish there was a tutorial in this game. I spent like the first few minutes of this game like lost as a duck, just trying to figure out what am I doing, what are the controls, how do I light this lighter, how do I jump, how do I grab onto things, and sometimes like it'll leave you stuck in a place for a while before finally it's like, hey, by the way, this is the button for you to grab onto things, and it's like, why didn't you tell me that earlier? I can't tell if that was like a design choice or not, but it was just a baffling moment where like it'll be like, oh, by the way, I know you've fallen into this same hole 4 or 5 times, but here's the button to jump. It's like, why? Why tell me now? It's just, I think that to me was not it's just a wild choice to do. All right. Some quick favorites. My favorite characters were the guests. I just love their designs. Like as soon as I saw them, I saw the way that they acted, saw the way that they were, their purpose in the story. I just could not get enough. I love this section with all of them. Like when they were started pouring in through the doors, I was like, wow, what a cool visual image. This is where it really shines. This is where this game really, really shines. My favorite level though was the kitchen. I think that there was something so cool about like how spick and span it is. I loved these two twin chefs just like walking around, like maintaining the place. It's cool. It's cool. I love the section where you were like throwing meat into a meat grinder and like forming a rope out of sausages. Come on, come on. Climbing up plates, wine bottles being thrown. There's so many cool moments in the kitchens themselves. I just really, really love this. Really love this. Also, the toilets sitting side by side. Come on, what's not to love? Kind of wish I had that in my little studio apartment. So overall, I think my final thoughts on Little Nightmares are very positive. I think that they did a lot of stuff right. I think as an indie game, this is truly a fantastic experience. I wouldn't say that it's an experience that lasts a long time, but I think that's okay. I think that's fantastic. I think an experience can just be looking at a painting, absorbing the message within it, and then walking to the next one. And that's what I felt like Little Nightmares was. I just feel like it was really well done. It's a very tight story, very tight design. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time with this immensely. The toilets is a highlight. The toilets was a highlight. Truly. Truly, truly, truly. So I just feel good about it. I just feel good about it. I think for me, it literally is the sticking point is the price point. I think that is still where I am at. I would wait for this to go out on sale if you're ever thinking about getting it. Because I just think $20 is too much, is asking too much for it. So here is what I rated it when we finished. I gave it an 8 out of 10. On the Discord, y'all gave it a 7.7 out of 10. Good for y'all. Good for y'all. We were at the same same point when the playthrough finished. So that's cool. But my final rating is at the end, so let me get to it. I will give the story a 7 out of 10. I think that I would have liked a little bit more narrative to it, but I appreciated the short story. I appreciated everything that it had to do with. Gameplay 8 out of 10. I don't think it did anything that I was truly like revolutionary gameplay wise. It's, you know, it plays very much like Bramble. But it's still enjoyable. It's still an enjoyable time. The puzzles are still really well done. I still had a great time playing it. The ambiance was really cool. I think this is where it really shines. I think I love the dark and dreariness of this. Like what I said at the beginning of the playthrough was that I was looking for a game that was very similar to like a Tim Burton style of horror. You know what I mean? Like Nightmare Before Christmas kind of horror, Coraline kind of horror, and I got it. I got it with this. I loved looking around these areas and like truly feeling like a mouse on a shelf as I explored it. Super cool. A lot of really well done set dressing and stuff. Very nice. So overall, I would give this game a 9 out of 10. Just keeping in mind that it's an indie game, I went up and I said, yes, this is what an indie game should be. This is the kind of indie game that gets me going. I loved playing this game. It was so fun, so fun. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Good point, Nom Cookie. I think because the $20 price point might be because of Bandai Namco. Because like I said, I would not have priced this at $20. And I think that the success of Little Nightmares also probably played a role in raising the price of this, because Little Nightmares is a very successful franchise. I remember, I think a trailer came out recently for the third one, and I remember everyone being super excited for it. So yeah, that's my only sticking point, is that. My only sticking point. All right. Oh, here's our ratings chart, by the way. Since I gave it another 9 out of 10, here it is. Here it belongs in this bracket. I give so many 9s out of 10s. I'm generally a kind reviewer, I think. I think I'm generally a kind reviewer when I review games. I'm eyeing this one spot though. I think I know what's gonna go here. I think I know what the first game I'm gonna give a 1 out of 10 is, but I don't know. We'll find out. All right, so because I looked at a guide once, I must endure a punishment. And since it's only the once, I thought that it'd be nice if we just kept it simple, stupid. Kept it simple, stupid. And we're just gonna do our sour pickles. If you've never seen this before, I got these during Final Fantasy 3, I think. During Final Fantasy 3. And these suck. These suck, they're horrible, they're the worst. But also, I'm not gonna lie, if you look at them, they're squished. You know why they're squished, chat? Because they've been on this desk of mine for since Resident Evil 1. Since Resident Evil 1. So I am just you know what? I'm gonna make y'all wait. I'm gonna go over the lore first before I do that. So let me go over the lore first before I do this. Otherwise, I'll have a blue tongue during me talking about it. Here's the Little Nightmares lore that I went onto the website to go find. Super interesting stuff. Because they don't talk about this at all in the game, so you have to go looking around for it. So we found out that the girl's name is actually Six. That's the name of our protagonist, Six. And the what do you call it? The place that they're being kept at is called the Maw, right? The Maw. That's the ship that they're being kept at. Oh, I didn't add it. Yeah. And so that's what's going on here. And one of the things that the Maw does is that it feeds these patrons, the guests that we've seen, and it like imprisons children at the very bottom of it. We don't know why they do that. We just know that they imprison children at the very bottom. So this is where they do it. They keep them in electrified cages. Zoink Scoob. Zoink Scoob. And yeah. The janitor, this guy here, did not know he was a janitor, by the way, is like the unofficial prison warden, right? But him being called the janitor just makes me think that he's supposed to be just like a cleaner of this area. He loves to collect toys. He loves to collect the toys of the children that are being kept in that prison. But if you remember during our playthrough, I said I was having this like little moment. I had this like little bit where I was like, oh, what if the janitor's just alone? What if he's collecting toys because those are his only friends? Those are the only people that care about him, that know about him. Well, guess what, chat? The website confirmed. The website confirmed that this man is just lonely and alone. Just lonely and alone. Just wanted a friend in the whole wide world that nobody would give him. And we crushed his arms for it, chat. That's on us, chat. That's on us for just hurting this poor, lonely man. That's on us. That's on me. That's on you, chat. So poor guy. Poor guy. We should have added him to the Boyfriend of the Month vote, is what I'm thinking. We should have added him there. Also, we ran into these guys, the gnomes, the Ku Klux Klan members. I know what they're going for. They're going for like the tall, pointy-hatted gnomes. But making them look like this does evoke thoughts of something else, right? Does evoke thoughts of something else, if I'm being so honest. But they're skittish creatures that keep to themselves. The twin chefs, who we nominated for Boyfriend of the Stream. So fun. There's not a whole lot of lore about them. Except for the fact that they do keep the kitchen spotless. That is something that they added in the website, that's one of their major things. And the reason why they chase after us in the game is because they think we're a rat. And they just want to keep their kitchen clean. And I'm like, yeah, I respect that. God bless. Hell yeah. So love these two. These guys are called guests. Super fun, super exciting. And what, like, the descriptions on the guests are super interesting. They say this phrase that I just love. In the website, they call them full to bursting. I was like, okay, that's really cool. And they say that these guys, they eat and they eat and they eat, but they aren't even hungry. They're not hungry, they don't taste the food that they're eating, but they just feel compelled to eat and to eat and to eat. And I'm like, wow, what a cool visual image. That is a sick visual image. I love that. So that was really nice. And then finally, talking about the lady, the final boss, right? Apparently, she is the power behind this entire ship. Her psychic abilities are what keeps the ship afloat, keeps everybody's like in this like almost zombified state of eating, of like consumption, all that stuff. It's really nice. So gluttony, yeah. Essentially, yeah. These guys are like a gluttony of sorts. But in all honesty, all of them form some form of like obsession with consumption, right? Like the janitor always has to be collecting things, he's consuming things. The twin chefs are obsessed with making things, putting things into production for consumption. The guests are very obviously eating. So in a sense, yeah, I think this is almost a reference to the 7 deadly sins, but like with gluttony. It's really nice. Like I said, the original name for this game is Hunger, you know? But because she died at the end because we ate her, I think that with her gone, the ship like sank. That's really cool. Like just really like thematically very, very nice. That's why I'm into this. I'm into this kind of like short game format. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a long story to be a good one. All right, I've beat around the bush enough. It's stuck to the bag. Is this even good? It's like mushy. It's like finding candy inside of like your car that's like melted. Oh my god, I have to like push it out like it's like it's toothpaste. Look. Oh my god, it's like squished. Oh, whoa. Yeah, this is going in the trash after this. God, I just had like a little bit of a taste and it's like already cloying in my mouth. No. I don't believe in candy having an expiry date. All right, I'm gonna suck this dry, chat. I'm gonna suck this dry like it is Leon Kennedy. All right, here we go. Look at this slime, this green gunk. Okay, here we go. Look at this green gunk at the end. It's literally melted. I don't want to eat it. Every time I taste it, it's horrible. Okay, I'll stop stalling. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, oh, wow. That is horrible. Oh my god. How do people eat this for fun? Ah, wow. Like, I feel like the inside of my mouth just like curls into itself. Oh, wow. Ah, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Yeah, this is going in the trash. This is going in the trash, chat. Yuck. Disgusting. Getting on my fingers. All right, everybody.